Not only should Devin Haney stay away from Ryan Garcia, but a lot of the boxing world should stay away from Ryan Garcia, period. I know Devin Haney wants to get that get back. It wasn't an easy fight for him. He went on social media talking about how he gives Ryan his respect. He got the victory, but at the end of the day, he thinks that, weight did play a factor, and I'm not mad at it, but at the end of the day, I don't think he should be in any rush to get back in the ring with Ryan Garcia. That was a beating that it wasn't just a loss. It was a hellacious beatdown that Devin Haney took from Ryan Garcia. He took a lot of punishment in that fight. A lot of people on social media are talking about the fact that that fight shouldn't have gone 12 rounds. That fight should have been stopped by Bill Haney's corner, and it went on longer than it should have. And part of me is like, yeah, but at the same time, Devin Haney, you got to remember he was that guy at the time. He's still that guy, but he got beat. But you guys have to remember who he was before he lost. That's just not just anybody. That's a champ right there, and we saw him get up time and time again. So it's hard to say that fight should have been stopped. Obviously, for me, I do think it should have been stopped. He got way too much punishment, in that fight against Ryan Garcia. Got hit with way too many clean shots. And a lot of people like to talk about the fact that Devin Haney doesn't have a chin. I don't know if it's so much that Devin Haney doesn't have a chin. I think it's more so that if anyone gets, hit on the chin clean from a clean shot from Ryan Garcia, they're going to be in trouble. I don't care who it is. Maybe Tank made it look easy, but no one really can do that. It's not easy to beat a guy like Ryan Garcia. Prior to this, everyone was saying, boxing, Ryan's trash when it comes to boxing. Maybe he's not the best, pure boxer you've ever seen, but he can beat a lot of your favorite boxers who, can stick and move, have good distance measurement, and have a high IQ. But when that shot cracks you, it cracks you. So Ryan Garcia is just one of those specimens. I've been saying, like, he has God-given talent. That power is something that you can't just learn. You can't practice power. You either got it or you don't. Ryan Garcia has God-gifted power. No one else really has it like that except for him, Deontay Wilder. I honestly would argue that Tank is more his IQ, his patience, and timing as opposed to power. I think he knows when to land and throw a clean shot. I don't think he's as monstrous of a knockout artist as people say. Like, I don't know if he'll put people to sleep when it gets to the higher weight classes. When he moves up to 40 and potentially fights at 47, like, I don't know if he would be knocking guys out cold like he did to Leo Santa Cruz, because a lot of these guys he's bringing up in weight. Not trying to discredit him. They're still credible opponents, and it's not easy to knock out anybody, specifically within the sport of boxing. So Tank deserves all the credit. I just mean, like, Ryan Garcia has that one shot, like, put you to sleep at any weight. But maybe Tank is like that too. Tank probably is like that, and I'm misspeaking right now, but, like, I don't know. Ryan Garcia's left hook might just be different. And Devin Haney, obviously, now it's going to be interesting to see what he does next, but I just don't think that he should pursue that rematch. It's a little bit too premature for me if he's already thinking about it, because I really do think he should take a little bit of time off. Not the whole year, but he should definitely take some time off to reevaluate, because that wasn't just any loss. This was a guy that you thought you were going to beat kind of easily. No matter what he says, no matter if he was saying, we're not sleeping on Ryan, this and that, I kind of believe you, but at the same time, I'm sure you had a level of confidence, as you should, but I think that level of confidence was a little bit, too far, a little too much, I would say. But still, I'm excited to see Devin Haney back in the ring. I know he'll be back. It's just a matter of him dealing with that loss, because it was his first loss at the professional level, so you can't help but think that, it's going to play a role in him. He's going to be under a dark cloud for a little bit, but it's all about how he responds, how he crawls out of that darkness and kind of tries to redeem himself, because there are a lot of fights that can be made for Devin Haney that are interesting now, like Pitbull Cruz is a big fight for Devin Haney. Rolly Romero is still a big fight. Some people would argue that fighting a guy like Rolly would be taking a step back, but I still think, in terms of pay-per-view sales, I think people would want to see that Haney and Rolly Romero. It would probably be a pay-per-view. But there's Tio and Haney. I still think that's a very good fight for Devin, but you're dealing with a puncher now. So I think any punchers will probably give Devin Haney a little bit of a hard time, because no matter what, I'm not saying that anybody that can punch is going to crack Devin, but also, if a person gets lucky in one moment. Not saying that Ryan got lucky, because Ryan's different. Ryan's actually talented. You know, it's not out of the question that Rolly could find Haney's chin. That's not out of the question anymore, because before we knew that Devin Haney had been rocked before, but we've also never seen him down at that point. But until Ryan Garcia got in the ring and dropped him 3 times, now we don't know how well he can take a shot anymore, because we got hurt by Linares, who was honestly out of his prime, and then you have a guy like Ryan Garcia, who's actually a fighter who's the same size as him and is just as young as him and potentially stronger than him. So it was just a tough night for Devin Haney. He wasn't beating Ryan Garcia that night. Ryan was too strong, too confident, and had too much to prove. And hurting Haney in the first round really did change that course of the fight, because I really feel like, you know, you guys have to think about it. The first round, he got cracked. So you got to think, like, Devin's probably saying, man, I got 11 more rounds of that. So there's got to be that sense of, I'm getting gun shy, and I think that's why, as Devin Haney, even though he bagged those rounds from 2 to 5, you know, you still saw that lack of a punch resistance, because he knew that left hook, if it lands cleanly, it's going to be very difficult. And that was the story of the fight. Devin Haney had no answer for Ryan Garcia's power. No matter how well you can box, if you can't take his best shot, it's going to be a problem. And Devin Haney can't take Ryan Garcia's best shot. I don't really know if there is somebody that can take his best shot. That's why the Tank rematch is so compelling, because before we were saying, you know, Ryan Garcia was just making excuses about the weight, the catch weight, and saying that he was weak, felt drained. But now we know for a fact that, you know, beating an elite guy like Devin Haney, it's very possible that Ryan Garcia was telling the truth. He felt weak. It doesn't sound like much of an excuse anymore now that we saw him dismantle and beat Devin Haney down badly. So the Ryan Garcia really did shake up the boxing world. I still think that boxing's still buzzing over that win, because no one had predicted it. Nobody said, I haven't seen one person that was like, you called it, and you know, they were saying Ryan Garcia was going to beat Devin Haney like that. Nah, that was insane. That really shook up the boxing world. But I do think fights like this are good for boxing, because at the end of the day, we don't want to see guys like fighting over the negotiation processes and saying, I want this money, they're not giving me this, so he sent an offer, we sent an offer, blah blah blah, he said, she said, blah 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 blah. We don't want to hear any of that. We want to see the best fighting the best, no matter what happens. If you take a loss, we'll respect it. Like, a lot of people respect Ryan Garcia, because no matter what, he's not scared of anybody. There's not a fighter in the world that Ryan Garcia is saying, maybe not, but I've never seen Ryan Garcia ducking anybody. Ryan Garcia is the last fighter to duck anybody, and I've been saying that he's saving boxing. Now it's like solidified. This guy shook up the world against all odds, beat Devin Haney, and proved the whole world wrong. So let me know in the comments who you guys think Devin Haney should face next. I don't think it should be Ryan Garcia, because I just think it's too dangerous right now. Ryan is just one of those fighters. Maybe stylistically, it's not a good matchup for Devin. So maybe go in a different direction, get some wins, get some confidence back, because I'm sure he lost some of it. So, you know, get some big wins. Maybe fight a bigger puncher, not in your first fight back, but you know, get that confidence back, and maybe get some solid wins against good opponents, and then, you know, then start thinking about pursuing that Ryan Garcia rematch. But now is a little bit too premature for my liking. But let me know in the comments what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace. That's going to do it for another Naz Fight Media video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy, Matt Nabong, with another video. Hope you guys enjoyed it all. Thank you guys for the constant support. Salute to y'all always. It's been your boy.